Hey there, are you learning Japanese the right way? Well, I'm here to let you know that there is no one right way to study Japanese. But if I were to start studying Japanese all over again, this is how I would navigate my Japanese learning journey. Hey, I'm Jem. This is Jem's View, and this video is the first episode of my How to Learn Japanese series. We're going to take you from Nihon no go to Nihon go. Get it? Because, Japanese is Nihon go and not speaking Japanese. I don't know. We're going to take you from 0 to this and speaking Japanese comfortably fast. This episode is your quick start manual to learning Japanese. Let's go. So how do you start learning Japanese? Good question, young pupil. I shall tell you. You gotta start big. Beat the basics, immerse immediately, and get your goals set. And don't worry, we're gonna take you through each one of these steps so that you know what to do from day 1 of your Japanese learning journey. So let's get to it. Beat the basics. This is going to be your first 3 to 5 months of your Japanese learning journey. Don't worry if you take longer, each person goes at their own pace. First things first, you need to learn hiragana and katakana. Now listen, come here. Closer. I know you've been watching a lot of Japanese learning videos before this one, so let's not spend too much time talking about this because you know why you should learn hiragana and katakana. You are not learning Japanese with Domaji in Jem's classroom. No, you are not. Get that out of here. Install an app, let's move on. Next! So what's after hiragana and katakana? The next thing you have to do is familiarize yourself with the 100 or so most commonly used kanji. And notice how I said familiarize. Get the meanings and the readings into your head, but don't sweat too much about the writing part. Now this does not mean that you shouldn't practice writing. You are still in the beginner phase. At this point, there's still benefit to learning how to practice writing kanji. How do you learn how to practice? This is why I need to constantly look at the script. As a beginner, and I stress beginner, the way you should approach kanji should be different from how I think the upper levels should approach kanji. The reason why it's beneficial to practicing how to write them is because these first set of kanji are not only essential vocabulary words, but these are also radicals. This means that you are not only learning essential vocabulary words, but you are also learning the foundational structures of the more complicated kanji that you are going to come across in the future. To put it extra simply for you, you have to know what a tree is first to be able to understand the concept of a forest. That's why, even though it's boring and painful, you're going to have to go with what I call the traditional way of learning kanji first. Once you've gathered enough kanji under your belt, then you can move on to my recommended way of studying kanji, which, by the way, I've already made a video on. You can watch it somewhere here, or here, or here. I don't know. I don't remember. It's gonna be somewhere here. Let's talk about resources. The first one I recommend is Kanji Mirai chart. This app gives you the meanings, the readings, and an opportunity to practice writing the kanji. The app also categorizes kanji based on grade level, so that way it's easier for you to find what kanji you actually need to learn. Like I said earlier, I only recommend learning the initial kanji so you can learn the first and second grade if you'd like. I don't think you have to go through every single grade level. By the way, this app isn't free, but it only costs 99 cents. The next resource I recommend is a video by Japanese University. This video goes over the first 80 kanji or the first grade level kanji in a way that's kind of entertaining, so I recommend you check it out if you like learning from videos. One more resource I have for you is a textbook called Kanji Look and Learn. It's pretty nice because it gives you the kanji that you need to learn and it gives you mnemonics. Okay, next, one more thing you need to do in this section is learn the basic grammar. Like I said earlier, you're still building a foundation for your Japanese study, so we're going to build it. You don't need to learn everything. So here's what you need to know. Basic Japanese sentence structures, verb conjugations, the types of adjectives, and more that you can look at in Take Kim's grammar guide. You can access it free, or you can buy the textbook online on Amazon. Links down below. Also, we're going to have to learn a song.
I beg your pardon?
Yes, I said song. Okay, hear me out. This song is important to getting the verb conjugations inside your head fast. Just go to YouTube, type this out, from the results, click through all the videos, and find the tune that you want, and let it brainwash you, because they're all the same lyrics. This is going to help you big time. You can thank me later. If you're too lazy to go to YouTube and search for it, then I already linked one down in the description for you. You're welcome. Let's go to the next section. Immerse immediately. In my opinion, the most important thing about language learning is input. Input, input, input. I mean, it's how we learn our first language, right? It doesn't matter what you're listening to as long as it's Japanese. I am high-key stressing this, you guys. Immersion doesn't just help with your listening comprehension. It also helps with vocabulary, your speaking, your pronunciation, and even your grammar. Yes, I said grammar. It does. For beginners, what it'll specifically help you with is your pronunciation and your intonation. Basically, it just helps you get used to how the language sounds. It'll also help you internalize how to pronounce this as kore and not kore. One more thing I almost forgot. You'll be able to pick up the reactions that Japanese people use during conversation. You know, like one of those those things. You'll be able to learn how to use it appropriately. Immersion. Again, it's how we were able to learn our first language, right? But Jim, I don't know Japanese. I don't know how to immerse at this stage. How do you immerse at this stage? Good question. Start looking for Japanese content online that not only teaches you Japanese, but also uses it. Here are some recommendations. For YouTube, I recommend Onomapu. In this channel, Hitoki gives you interesting content like how to learn Japanese, what his life is like, and he speaks in Japanese, so you get a lot of immersion. Another channel I recommend is Akane Teki Nihongo Kyoushitsu. If you like vlogs, then you're gonna like Akane's videos. She not only teaches you Japanese, but also takes you through many different experiences. She vlogs in Japanese. Another channel I recommend is Miku Real Japanese. She teaches you Japanese, gives you listening immersion, and gives you other things, just like Hitoki and Akane. Let's move on to podcasts. One I recommend is Seika no Japanese Podcast. This podcast is available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and some other places online. You should go check her out. Her content's really interesting. This next one I only actually came across recently, but his content is directed towards beginner to intermediate Japanese learners, so I recommend it. It's called Yu Podcast. It's also on YouTube. Okay, next resource is anime. Yes, I said anime.
So what are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna arrest me? Are you gonna give me a ticket?
I know this topic is controversial, but listen to me. Come here. Closer. It's okay to use anime as a study resource. For beginners, I'm even going to tell you how not to use it. Don't shadow anime. That's it. You can actually pick up a lot of things from anime. You can pick up vocabulary words, and you can understand how the grammar that you're learning can be used in a situation. Using it as an immersion tool is 100% okay. Anime is not going to be a realistic depiction of how Japanese people actually talk. But a rule of thumb is the closer it is to reality, the more realistic the Japanese is going to be. I mean, let's be clear here. The Japanese used in anime is not going to be the same Japanese that people in real life actually use. So just be aware of that. The next thing you could immerse yourself in is dramas. This is the part where I should recommend you some beginner-friendly dramas, but I haven't been watching enough dramas recently, and I don't know any beginner-friendly dramas. So I'm just gonna recommend you this one. It's not beginner-friendly, but it's a really good drama to immerse yourself in because I'm biased, and that's a good drama. Go watch it. And since we're talking about immersion, by the way, comment down below if you want to see a video of me recommending immersion resources that were originally intended for native Japanese speakers. And now that we know to beat the basics and immerse immediately, let's talk about the next point, which is getting your goal set. This is something that I think every single Japanese learner should do in every step of their journey. And I'm going to walk you through how to make a slump-proof goal that'll keep you on track. Fight the slump, fight the slump. Yeah. On the next video. So did you like this video? If you did, don't forget to tell the algorithm that you do like this video by clicking on that button. Also, if you want to keep up with this Learn Japanese series and keep up with my content, then don't forget to click the subscribe button and hit that notification bell, boo-boo. We can help each other. That is it for this video. Class shall resume in the next video. If I just offended every single British person out there, I am so sorry. If you haven't watched my Learn Kanji video yet, then that should be somewhere in this screen. And if you have already, then I will see you in the next video. See you. Bye. My name is... I'm finished recording this video.